example of some of our more successful rappers who have really been in their business game and have a lot of information to share with up-and-coming artists. That it's not just about the music, kind of just trying to punctuate what I said earlier about diversify your product, how it's not about the music, it's about these other ventures that you get yourself into. That's information. And information is king in the age that we're in. Okay. Now, this is going to speak directly to the power of hip-hop and why hip-hop is so important. All right? We weren't expecting Cognac. All right, got this from a Wall Street Journal article that came out, I believe, in 2002. Excuse me. And what it did was it brought light to the city of Cognac, France, was going bankrupt because China had placed an embargo on grapes. So that kind of destroyed the whole Cognac rum, right? I'm not drinking rum. The rum market was about to go under, right? At the same time, Puffy and Busta put out a joint called Pass the Cavassier. To most, Cognac symbolizes getting wasted, a far reach from the ideals of the small French community of approximately 20,000, where hip-hop's favorite liquor originates. The economic crisis in 1998 caused Cognac's #1 market, Asia, to dramatically reduce demand for liquor, almost wiping out the Cognac industry. But it was rappers who eventually brought the bottle back to life. MCs as diverse as Common and Snoop have long lauded Cognac as a drink of choice, with more recent references in last year's hit single, Pass the Cavassier, which featured a video showcasing Busta, Pharrell, and P. Diddy partying it up in a bar filled with beautiful women and hundreds of gleaming bottles of Cavassier. Songs like Cavassier have produced a following among urban youths who have been known to mix the liquor for new concoctions such as Thug Passion and French Connection. Jay's newly opened 4040 Club even includes a Remy room in salute to Remy Martin, his favorite Cognac brand. Cognac is a classy, sophisticated, and really smooth thing to drink, Jay-Z told the Wall Street Journal. Hip-hop saves the Cognac liquor industry. Now the reason why I have that is looking at the state of our economy right now, looking at many of our urban areas being underserved, lack of resources. We have the power to make something out of nothing. That's what hip-hop does. Once we get back to our core values: peace, love, unity, safely having fun. Please write that down. I forgot to add that earlier. That is the original mantra of hip-hop. It ain't got nothing to do with making it rain. It's got nothing to do with no stripper poles. It's got nothing to do with no cars, no chains, none of that garbage. The original mantra, the original key values of hip-hop is peace, love, unity, safely having fun, and giving to your fellow brother and sister something for free. That's what hip-hop is about. This other thing is rap music business and American capitalism. Don't even get tricked into the argument, the debate, what's wrong with hip-hop? There's nothing wrong with hip-hop. What's wrong with America is the question we should be asking ourselves. What's wrong with America? Many artists have done the knowledge. This is before 9/11. That's before 9/11. That's a record that I put out in 2004 called Mr. President. And I'll perform it later on for you guys. You can see what that's all about. But that voice of resistance, militancy, activism still exists in hip-hop. It's just that those artists haven't been given the stage. Jadakiss put out a record called Why back in, I want to say, 04, 05, and radio stations did not want to play the record because it was a conscious record. It was a dope record, brilliant video. Record labels, radio stations did not want to play the record. Why? Because he wasn't promoting the stereotype. Napster, LimeWire, DJ Drama. You know why I have that up here? Recording Industry Association of America is basically a gangster organization that that's got the squeeze on artists, record labels, and other media conglomerates, right? Record labels, all right. Youth culture is what drives music, period, right? Old white men sitting at a desk don't decide what's hot on the street. The streets decide what's hot on the street, right? But when you have a multi-billion-dollar record label conglomerate, how do you keep up with the changing trends? This brother right here, DJ Drama, by himself, and his team, managed to create a lane in the mixtape world where everybody in the music industry had to break their record using him. He was getting paid tons of money just to put, like you would pay him, it's easy, $5 grand, $7 grand to get your record on his tape. All right? And the parties, and make sure my records played at the party. I mean, he was getting hit off. He was making too much money. The RIAA, the organized body of whatever, called the feds on him for copyright infringement, saying that he was playing records that he didn't have authorization or clearance to play. Now mind you, have the record labels calling the cops on him because he's working for them. Like, he became too powerful, and we have to get rid of you, even though we need you. All right? Same thing with Napster and LimeWire. You see Napster and LimeWire, they get shut down. What happens is the corporation figures out a way to accommodate it within its system. As long as we get a piece, you can do whatever you want to do. As long as we get a piece. That's gangster. That's extortion. That's American business. That's how it gets down. MySpace. A place for freedom, right? Facebook. Twitter. These social networks are changing the face of hip-hop, changing the face of American culture, really. And it's consolidating information. That's all we're talking about. Whether it's music, paintings, art, it's information. And they're consolidating the information, so you have to go through them to get it. That's scary. It's liberating as Facebook. I'm the king of Facebook. Nobody gets it in like me. I get it in on Facebook. All right? But when you have to go through Facebook to get your message heard, that means Zuckerberg controls your message. YouTube, same thing. iTunes. Okay. That's the end of the presentation. So we know that the different eras of hip hop. Everybody got that? You want to repeat them back to me? Because Lord knows I forgot. All that mad is it. The first one was the light age. We went from light age to golden age to platinum age to information age, right? What are the 4 elements of hip hop? First one is, 4 elements. Elements, we have breakdancing, graffiti art, DJ, MC. Now, we usually say 4 elements. I'm going to add a 5th one, and this is my own personal mission is to add this 5th as the first, and that's knowledge. Knowledge is the first element in anything that you do, because without acknowledging something, you can't do anything with it. You have to establish a point, and that point is knowledge. Okay? The word of, let me see. Repeat after me. Negus. N-E-G-U-S. Negus. Language.